Andy Foster, Rob Root back at the Halliburton Baseball Complex at Crest High. We've been in a lightning delay, not a whole lot of rain here at the field, Rob, but looks like we're about ready to start baseball coverage again of the Western Championship Series Game 3. The Chargers up 1-0 going to the third inning.
Yeah, Andy, what a great start to the game we've seen so far, and we understand we're off the air back at the radio station with OHS, but we are trying to broadcast online now. Big thank you to Kevin Hastings, who's helped us get on there, and he's out searching for us. He said he's got a lot of channels he's got to check to find us, Andy, but once he does, he'll send out the word. Hopefully you've already got to us, but if not, we're going to be here for you. I tell you, Andy, Crest really started to get some things going here before the break. Hopefully that doesn't slow down this Charger offense, Andy. We've really seen Crest put the bat on the ball the last two games.
We have, and the Chargers had 3 hits against Josh Dotson just about 30 minutes ago before the game was called at that time due to the lightning in the area, but the Chargers are beginning to hit the ball off the AC Reynolds pitching stand.
And I tell you, Andy, you talk about that big run out there on the scoreboard. This is a young man that came into the game of .36 ERA, so putting that one run on the board did a little damage to that number as well, that inning. So, but I tell you, Andy, another thing you got to, if you're Coach Hodge, you got to be excited about the way Nick Melton has started this game. Hopefully the break doesn't have a big effect on him and come out and keep going. The thing I think you got to like about Nick, Andy, he's not really an overpowering pitcher as far as his fastball. So I think he's going to be the kind of guy that can come out, get back in the groove, continue to work both sides of the plate.
Not only has Nick pitched pretty well so far, but the defense behind him has been excellent for the Chargers.
Yeah, we've seen some great plays. Talking about the play, we've seen at shortstop, third base as well. As a matter of fact, one of the plays we saw, the ball was shot back up the middle and was actually off Melton's glove there on the pitcher mound. Riley Cheek was able to make a great play on the ball and throw the runner out at first. So we talked in the pregame, Andy, about the team we felt like the best opportunity to win this game was the team that played the cleanest game tonight. And so far, both squads defensively have looked good, but as you said, Crest has made some really outstanding defensive plays here in these first few innings.
Chargers are warming up over in left field here at the Halliburton Baseball Complex. I guess the Reynolds players are still in the dugout. Rob.
Looking there, Andy, I think they come out now, so they're coming on back out, and they'll be getting on the field soon to warm up as well, so it shouldn't be long here from getting this third inning started. We do want to thank everybody that has joined us here tonight. Big thank you to our title sponsor, Renato Automotive Shelby. We did have our Parker Farm Service player to watch, and that was Nick Melton with the starting pitcher tonight. Big thank you to Bill Shuvert Heating and Air for our stadium pregame show. Of course, as always, the scoreboard brought to you by Medical Arts Pharmacy. That score right now, 1-0 Crest ahead of AC Reynolds. And our postgame show, we will have the Okies Tire and recap of the game. Also, Shelby with 3 big Foston Pharmacy base hits. If we do see a pitching change, as always, that's a Campers in call to the bullpen. And hopefully you hang around tonight for the stadium post-game show brought to you by Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby. That will have our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game. And as always, big thank you to S&M Sports Shop for the scorebook to keep you up to date and keep you on track of the action we have here at the ballpark.
We can't do anything about the scores, but we do have the scorebook.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of times you can get user error with those score books, but the book does its job perfectly. Andy, you mentioned, you were talking, one of the things that tonight did, we were actually supposed to have a Shelby post-82 game tonight, but Crest game being here in the playoffs took the place of that one. I understand post-82, Andy played last night, and you had the score of that game?
9-4 post-82. Tucker Green, a big game for post-82.
I believe Andy is post-82 3-0 now on the year. So, Coach Hodge is excited, or Coach Hodge, thinking about Crest here. And now Coach's name is going right out of my head.
Coach Grayson.
Coach Grayson has got to be excited about the start of post-82 as well. And, of course, we'll have post-82 baseball for you throughout the season. Of course, the American Legion World Series once again here in Shelby, North Carolina, and we'll have you covered there as well. Again, we are ending up a delay here at the ballpark at Crest High School. Crest is ahead 1-0, top of the third inning. 3 Falston Pharmacy base hits for Shelby. AC Reynolds with 2. Josh Dotson was on the mound for Reynolds before we went into the break. A young man that was 11 on the year, having a great season. And, of course, Nick Melton was on the mound for the Chargers. 6-1 on the season. Coach Hodge talked about senior leadership he was looking for from this team. And I think the response he's gotten from his seniors, Andy, he has to be very pleased.
No doubt about it. And when you have senior experience in playoff baseball, it is really hard to top that, Rob.
And I tell you, Andy, you talk about this Crest team, you think about that road they had last year to get to a state championship game. We've seen this Crest team go on the road and win a lot of games. And then you talk about a great 3-game series last year. That series with Marvin Ridge was another outstanding series as well. So this Crest team is battle-tested. They came out, they got down early, and that game won Wednesday night, a game that you and Tim were able to do here at the ballpark. And I tell you, Andy, watching, I was here, I was watching it down there on the field level, and I don't know, the energy level didn't feel right for Crest. I don't know if, again, they seemed out ahead on their swings a lot, just didn't have their timing. And I tell you, Andy, I think the young man that pitched for AC Reynolds, I was talking to Jason Benfield, and we felt like maybe the Crest players were having a hard time picking the ball up out of his hand. Did a good job of hiding the baseball. So good performance for him, but we saw Crest really respond last night, and we talked about jumping ahead early in that game and here tonight as well. Now ahead 1-0. We're seeing Crest string some base hits together. So good performance by this Crest team here in Game 3.
That pitcher you referred to in Game 1 was the lefty Jordan Penley.
Yeah, he did a great job on the mound, and of course, we know he's kind of like Riley Cheek tonight. We know he's used up. Both teams, we kind of have an idea where both of them are pitching-wise. We know that the top 2 that AC expected to go with tonight was Dotson, who started, and Bonstock, who has really been their closer. We know Crest had Nick Melton going, and we also know C.J. Mayhew has not pitched in this series, so he should be good and rested later in this game as well if needed. So both teams, Andy, have come to play and loaded to bear, and hopefully we're not long from getting this game started back again. Crest is ahead 1-0 on the scoreboard, top of the third inning. We did have to go into a lightning delay. Never did much raining, sprinkled a little bit, but did have lightning in the area, and that caused us to have the delay, 30-minute delay, safety of the fans and the kids here on the field. So, but shouldn't be far away. We see both teams starting to work their way, Andy, back towards the dugout. So again, very close to baseball returning. I believe AC Reynolds will be up to bat when we get started. I think that's Brandon Snyder that we getting things going, the DH for AC Reynolds. Snyder comes in with a .311 average, does have 1 home run on the year. So a good bat there at the bottom of this lineup as well.
The umpires, of course, are back on the field, and they've had a discussion with both coaches before we resume this baseball game.
Yeah, saw Coach Hodge out there talking to them, as well as Brian Craig, the head coach for AC Reynolds. So, again, it looks like starting to see the batters coming out, getting loosened up a little bit more. So as I said, starting to see Crest make their way back towards the dugout. Shouldn't be long before we see the Chargers getting on the field as well. I tell you, Andy, we're going to take a break, and so we don't have any commercials right now, but we're going to leave you and make you feel like you're right here at the park. We're going to give you some dulcet tones of the ballpark. So we're going to bring our mics down, bring the crowd mic up, and you'll hear all the action right here at Crest High School.
Back at the Halliburton Baseball Complex, just about ready to resume baseball tonight here at Crest High. 1-0 Chargers. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard as we go to the third inning. And for AC Reynolds in the third, it's Brandon Snyder. Then the top of the order, Andrew McKay and Bryson Patton.
Do want to welcome everybody back to the ballpark. As you said, Andy, if you had anybody that was listening via the radio, let them know they can now find us on the KTC YouTube page. We're streaming all the action there live. I want to make sure we get this game to you. Understand the power continues to be out in Cherryville back at the station, but we did want to try to make sure we could get this game out to you. So we are now available on the KTC YouTube page. So if you've got friends, family, supporters of the Chargers that are wondering what happened to the game, let them know they can go online now and check out the game there as well for what should be an exciting conclusion to the deciding match between Crest and AC Reynolds here. Game 3 in the Western 3A Championship. The winner of this game, Andy, moves on to state championship weekend. We know the Chargers last year went on to play Northern Guilford in that championship. They would love to have another opportunity to take on the squad coming out of the East.
And, Rob, thank goodness for modern technology, and especially big thanks to Kevin Hastings, our engineer tonight, who figured out how to get us up and streaming.
I tell you, you're exactly right. And I tell you, I remember the days a lot of people said, who's going to listen to a game on the internet when they've got radio? Now you've got all sorts of ways to listen to games. Thank goodness for local radio and the internet. We can keep you covered for all the games.
Here's Brandon Snyder, the DH, DHing for second baseman Joey Fraboni, right-handed batter. Nick Melton still on the mound as we go to the third, and the pitch is swung on a miss, strike one.
Good to see Nick come out, Andy, and still working that strike zone. Great pitch there to get us started back.
0-1. Swung on a miss. Strike two. 0-2 to Brandon Snyder. Snyder briefly out of the box. Back in. Melton the 0-2. Chopped up the middle. Charging the second baseman Plummer. Throw to first. Dug out by Sism. 1 out.
Once again, Andy, we see the Chargers' great defense on the infield there to make the out.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the leading hitter for AC Reynolds, Andrew McKay, struck out swinging in the first.
Yeah, 408 batter coming into tonight's game.
Pitch on the outside corner, strike one. The 0-1 is low, and it's 1-1 to Andrew McKay. 1-1 coming. Ground ball to short. Cheek's got it. The throw to first.
Gets away.
McKay safe at first, and an E6 on Riley Cheek.
Yeah, and you're not exactly sure. I think he may have nearly beat that out, but the throw was high.
Yeah, he may have beat the ball there, but who knows, because the throw was too high for first baseman Luke Sism, and the batter is Bryson Patton. Patton grounded out 1-6-3 in the first inning. Throw over to first, back safely is McKay.
Again, Andy, we talked about McKay and his speed on the base pass, 11 stolen bases on the season. Definitely a hard man to double up.
Melton's pitch, low and outside. Good stop by John Kyle Mitchell. Lights are on at the ballpark now here at 7:25.
A lot of cloud cover, but back from a lightning delay and really no rain to speak of. A little bit of a drizzle, but it's gone now as well.
1-0 coming. Rounded to third. Cash has got it. Throw to second for one. Back. No throw to first, but they get the lead runner. 2 outs. Fielder's choice for Patton.
2 out now.
Good play there at third base.
Here's Cooper Engel, the catcher. He rounded out to first base to end the top half of the first inning. Melton goes to first. Back safely is Patton. 2 outs. Nobody on, or rather 1 on for AC. 1-0 Crest. Top of the third. Next pitch low.
Good block there by Mitchell behind the plate.
1-0 to Engel. Coming. Chop to first. Sism almost falls down. Races to the bag and makes the play unassisted for out 3. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on, and after 2.5 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Crest 1 and AC Reynolds 0 on the Boss.
I do want to remind you that tonight's game is a presentation of Ronaldo Auto Mall here in Shelby. Make sure you go over there and check out the great deals that they have on cars. Our Parker Farm Service player to watch tonight, of course, Parker Farm Service out of Kings Mountain, was Nick Melton, a young man on the mound tonight for Shelby. We did have the stadium pregame show brought to you by Bill Shuford Heating and Air. You can call them up at 704-484-0025. Of course, we are getting into the beginning of summer here, some hot weather on the way. Want to make sure that air conditioning unit is ready to go. As always, the scoreboard is brought to you by Medical Arts Pharmacy. What a great job they do over there, and have been a proud supporter of high school athletics for many, many years here in Cleveland County. The Okies Tire and recap of the game we brought to you in our stadium post-game show, so make sure you hang around for that. You can contact Okies at 704-487-7392. 3 Falston Pharmacy base hits tonight for Crest, and as always, you can go get a hold of Falston Pharmacy, 704-538-3021. If we have a pitch and change tonight, of course, that'll be a Campers Inn. Call to the bullpen. Family owned since 1966. Memories that will last a lifetime. Make sure you hang around with us after tonight's game. It'll be the stadium post-game show brought to you by Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby, located at 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. We'll have our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game. You can get a hold of S&R Auto Sales at 704-487-0570 or at www.srautosales.com. And as always, the scorebook, we're proud to have them on board as well. Scoreboard brought to you by S&M Sports Shop of Shelby. Make sure you go over there. They have all your sporting goods needs.
Bottom of the third, it's 1-0 Crest on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard for the Chargers. Caleb Plummer. Then the top of the order, Riley Cheek and Nick Melton. Josh Dotson ready to work. Bottom of the third. And the pitch, low, ball 1.
He nearly got his back foot there, Andy.
Dotson's a guy, Rob, that tries to keep his pitches low in the zone.
Yeah, we've seen him skip some up there tonight.
1-0, slow and inside. 2-0 to Caleb Plummer. Two-0 coming. Swing on a miss, and it's 2-1.
Of course, Caleb Plummer, the young man last night, did the work on the mound for Crest.
2-1. Swing on a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, good job by Dodson here to battle back after falling behind 2-0. Now to even the count at 2-2.
2-2 coming. Line to right field. Base hit. for Caleb Plummer. That is the 4th Charger hit against Dotson.
I tell you, Andy, once again, talking to the coaching staff before the game, you know, did not do a good job in game 1 of hitting where AC Reynolds decided to pitch the Chargers. They've done a much better job going into game 2 and here tonight in game 3.
Top of the order, Riley Cheek, the batter, grounded out to first, bottom of the 1st inning. Dotson's pitch, outside corner, strike 1.
Again, we are on the KTC YouTube page. If you have any family members that were listening to the game via the radio, let them know that change due to the power outage at the station in Cherryville.
Time asked for and granted to Cheek at home plate. Oh, 1 to Cheek. Grounded back to the mound to second.
It's
the ball is thrown away. Holding at second is Plummer. Cheek on via an error.
And Andy, we talked about the winner of this game being the team that made the fewest mistakes. A big defensive lapse there for AC Reynolds. And Andy, something that plagued this team last night against Crest.
Errors. 6 of them last night by AC Reynolds. Coach Hodge going to call over Nick Mountain for some batting instructions. Courtesy runner going to second. Jack Millen. Millen running for Plummer.
Putting some good speed out there on the base pass. Base hit has a chance here to get another one in. Of course, Andy, you got to wonder, no outs. Nick Melton tried to get a bunt down here. Remember, in the 1st inning, was not able to get the bunt down.
Home plate umpire moves back in behind the plate. Nick Melton steps in and shows bunt. There's a throw to second. Just back is Millen. Almost caught Jack leaning the wrong way.
That's one thing, Andy, I saw in that first game. Cooper Engel, great arm behind the plate.
1-0. The bunt attempt laid down at first base. A great bunt by Melton. Does the job. Runners to second and third, respectively.
Exactly what you wanted to do, Andy. What a great bunt there. Now runners at second and third with Lawson Harrell coming to the plate.
Sacrifice bunt for the pitcher. 1 out. And Lawson Harrell steps in, struck out, looking to end the 1st inning for the Chargers. Base hit could score 2. 1-0 Crest at the moment. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And the pitch is outside. Ball 1 to Harrell. One-0 coming. Breaking ball outside corner, 1-1.
Infield in for AC Reynolds to try to cut down that run at the plate. So an opportunity, some things to work with out there for Harrell.
1-1. Swung and a miss, strike 2. The fastball from Josh Dotson.
Tell you, Andy, if he could somehow go the other way over that first baseman's head, he could run for days.
One-two coming. Ground ball to short to the throw to the plate, and tagged out at home plate is Jack Millen. 2 outs.
It does advance Cheek over to third. Now Lawson Harrell at first base with 1 out.
Fielder's choice for Harrell, but 2 outs now. Here's the cleanup hitter, John Kyle Mitchell, base hit. Scored the long run of the ball game in the 2nd inning. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. The pitch is outside. Ball 1. One-0 to Mitchell. Breaking ball in there. Runner goes to second. Harrell.
Now they're going to let to walk John Kyle.
Intentional walk to John Kyle Mitchell. Luke Sissom comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Of course, Andy Luke, a young man, did a lot of damage for Crest last night. Looks like we are going to get a pitch runner out there for John Kyle, or a courtesy runner.
Is that Weber?
I believe that is Weber going in.
So bases full. Luke Sissom comes to the plate. He struck out swinging last inning. But as Rob mentioned, Luke with 2 hits last night and a couple RBIs in the 10-3 victory. Dotson's pitch. Back up the middle. Base hit. 1 run in. Throw coming to the plate. And safe at the plate. 2-run score. 3-1. Or rather 3-0. Crest Chargers. Luke Sissom delivers with a 2 RBI single.
Yeah, great job there by Luke Sissom getting the base hit there. Now putting the Chargers ahead 3-0 here in this game. I tell you, this has got to be the most runs Dotson has given up this year in the game. And now we see the coach for AC Reynolds coming out to check on his starting pitcher.
Chargers jumping on Josh Dotson here tonight. Guy that came in with a .36 ERA.
Absolutely. Like right now, he's just trying to get him to calm down, not wanting to look to make a change yet, but just trying to get his starting pitcher to settle down a little bit. What a big hit there by Luke Sissom. And Andy, that's one of those situations when they intentionally walk the guy in front of you. You love to be the one to make them pay whenever they want to get you up there. Outstanding job there by Luke.
C.J. Mayhew, the batter. C.J. struck out swinging last inning. 3-0 Chargers. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Championship game of the Western Finals. Dotson's pitch low and outside. Ball 1. One-0. Fouled back out of play. It's 1-1. I think C.J. kind of missed out on a good chance to drive the ball there, Rob.
Yeah, he had an opportunity there.
One to Mayhew. Fouled back, and it's 1-2 with 2 down. The 1-2 high fly ball deep left center field. It is gone. 3-run home run. C.J. Mayhew and the Chargers have exploded to a 6-0 lead over AC Reynolds.
What an outstanding job, Andy. Once again, we talked about this Crest team attacking the baseball much better in last night's game, and we see it here again tonight. Crest jumps ahead 6-0 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 6 Falston Pharmacy base hits on the night.
That'll bring Riley Cash to the plate for the Chargers. 2 out.
Here's Riley Cash. Cash, a base hit last inning. He went opposite field with that base hit down the right field line. Pitch is fouled off, strike 1. Six zip Chargers. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Oh, 1 to Cash. Inside. It's 1-1.
Andy, we talked about that delay, what it would do to these starting pitchers. It was not good so far for Dotson.
1-1's in there. 1-2 to Cash. 2 outs, nobody on. But 5 plated for the Chargers, bottom of the 3rd. 1-2 to Cash. Ground ball to 3rd. Third baseman Baumstark has it and throws out. Cash 4. Out 3 for the Chargers in the 3rd. 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on. And after 3 complete on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, it's the Chargers 6 and the Rockets nothing on the Boss.
I do want to remind you to visit the folks at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. You can find them online at www.tractorsusa.com. Of course, they are a Toro provider, or you can give them a call at 704-259-6100. Also, don't forget to visit Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. That phone number is 704-487-6364. And you can find them online at RenatoAutomall.com.
And tonight's game is on the YouTube link. Kevin just informed me.
The YouTube link.
6-0 Chargers. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard as we go to the top of the 4th inning. And for AC Reynolds in the 4th, it's Josh Dotson, Alex Flynn, and Jimmy Baumstark. Dotson grabbed it out in the 2nd inning.
Again, if you're listening online, power knocked out in Cherryville, so no radio updates right now.
Pitch is inside, ball 1 to Dotson.
Again, there was a lightning delay here at the park, but we were able to get started back. Some of those storms did move through the Cherryville area.
1-0, breaking ball, fouled off 3rd base side.
I tell you, Andy, if you're Crest, though, you just want to continue to play with the same intensity. With this lineup that AC can throw out there, no lead is safe, but definitely don't want to give them anything on the bases, make them have to earn it.
1-1 to Dotson. On the outside corner, it's 1-2. Melton the 1-2. Low. 2-2 count. Two from Melton. Lined foul, 3rd base line.
Yeah, just barely there.
Dotson jumped all over it, but fortunate for the Chargers, a foul ball.
Once again, a big thank you to Kevin Hastings helping us figure out what we could do here at the ballpark to get this game back on, so folks will know what's happening here. Crest ahead 6-0 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Two to
Dotson. Ground ball to short. Cheek has it, throw to first, in time, 1 out. Here's Alex Flynn, base hit in the second. Flynn steps in. Melton with the pitch. In there, strike 1. The 0-1. Just missed outside. 1-1 count. One coming. Grounded foul in front of the dugout left side. It's 1-2. Lots of clouds around, Rob, but the water's staying up in the clouds.
Yeah, it's staying where we need it to stay right now. And so far, keeping that lightning the way we had earlier, too.
1-2 foul back in the screen. Some heavy thunderstorm activity north and northeast of here. One, two coming. Called, strike 3, inside corner. 2 down.
And I tell you, Andy, Nick Melton was fired up on the mound after that one.
Third strikeout for Melton. And here's Jimmy Baumstark, base hit in the second.
Of course, Andy, the winner of this one will advance to take on New Hanover or Terry Sanford. Terry Sanford handed New Hanover their first loss on the year in the tournament.
Pitch in there, strike 1 to Baumstark.
Understanding that game, New Hanover leads 1-0. Top of the third inning.
0-1. Breaking ball, strike 2. Melton ready. 0-2 to Baumstark. Outside.
The East looked like this. New Hanover defeated Terry Sanford 3-0 in game 1. Terry Sanford turned around and defeated New Hanover 3-0 in that game, forcing tonight's third game.
A lot of good pitching in that series.
Absolutely.
1-2. Grounded up the middle. Second baseman Plummer's got it. Throw to first. Dug out by Sisson for out 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on after 3.5. On the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Crest leads AC Reynolds 6-0.
We do know that it's getting to be summertime. Of course, the unofficial start of summer, Memorial Day weekend. Also know that summertime brings with it hot weather. Make sure you contact Bill Shuford Heating and Air. Your comfort is our concern. You can find them at www.billshufordhvac.com. Also at 704-484-0025. And the place where I definitely go get my tires, Cleveland County's hometown tire store. It's Okies Tire and Recapping. Locally owned and operated since 1978 at 800 West Warren Street, Shelby, North Carolina. That number is 704-487-7392. Okie Knipe is your owner. Those hours of service Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and also open on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Big thank you to these sponsors that help make this broadcast of high school baseball possible. All of our local folks. Once again, big thank you to KTC Broadcasting as well. Good to have our local athletes covered, and we'll continue to do that throughout the baseball season as long as Crest is alive, going into the Legion season, all your Legion coverage, and that'll take us right around, once again, to high school football, the ever-changing sports calendar.
Bottom of the fourth, 6-0 Chargers. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard for the Chargers. Wayne Gattis, Caleb Plummer, and the top of the order, Riley Cheek. Gattis, base hit in the second. And Dotson's pitch in there, strike 1.
Once again, Andy, if you're Crest, just try to keep the pressure on the AC Reynolds defense out there.
0-1, low, 1-1 to Guttis. One coming. Big cut, swing on and miss, 1-2. Dwayne Guttis.
I don't even know why it was inserted into the starting lineup last night and played well.
1-2 foul out of play right side.
Of course, Guttis is DHing for the left fielder Michael Green.
Dotson gets ready with the 1-2. Called strike 3. 1 down. Here's Caleb Plummer, base hit last inning. Five strikeouts now for Josh Dotson. Plummer, the number 9 hitter, steps in. And the pitch grounded foul in front of the dugout left side. Strike 1. Oh, 1. Lined or popped out on the infield.
Yeah, that one hung up there for a while.
2 down now. That'll bring Riley.
Third baseman Humstart makes the catch. 2 down.
We saw Plummer, Andy, stop and tell Cheek something he must have noticed that Dotson's doing out on the mound, something he need to keep an eye on.
Riley Cheek, the leadoff hitter, steps in. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 1. Cheek 0 for 2, but got on by an error and later scored last inning. Oh, 1. Base hit down the left field line. It's a base hit for Riley Cheek. Cheek headed to second. And he's in there with a stand-up double, 2-out double for Riley Cheek. Cheek joins the Charger hit parade, Rob.
Yes, Evan Falston Pharmacy base hits now for Crest, and Andy not sure what Caleb Plummer noticed or what he said, but let's have him come out and tell it to everybody. Good job there, batting by Cheek. That double down the third base line.
Nick Melton comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt.
The opportunity here now for Nick to swing the bat.
Chargers would love another insurance run here, Rob. Up 6. Pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman's got it. The throw to first in time.
Good play.
4 out, 3 for the Chargers. In the fourth, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And after 4 complete on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, it's Crest 6 and AC Reynolds nothing from the boss.
Do want to remind you that it is allergy season, and Falston Pharmacy will have your over-the-counter allergy remedies to help you feel better. Make sure you come and see one of their friendly pharmacists today. You can find Falston Pharmacy at 5011 Falston Road, Falston, North Carolina, 704-538-3021. Of course, always they are the sponsors of our base hits. 7 big Falston Pharmacy base hits tonight for Crest. And once again, we talk about it being summertime, and what a better way to have some enjoyment this summer. Memories that will last a lifetime. Go see the folks at Campers Inn. That's been family owned since 1966. As always, they are our call to the bullpen. So if we have a pitching change, that will be brought to you by Campers Inn. Once again, family owned since 1966. It's the place where you can help you make memories that will last a lifetime.
Fifth inning. And for the Rockets, it's Jalen Crowder, Talon James, and Brandon Snyder. 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Crowder struck out swinging in the second.
Game between New Hanover and Terry Sanford now in the bottom of the third inning, with New Hanover still leading 1-0.
Nick Melton ready to work. And the pitch grounded to third. Cash has it, throws him out. Pitching and out.
One out now for Talon James.
Good job at third by Riley Cash tonight.
Yeah, Cash has had a great night over at the hot corner for sure.
Talon James comes to the plate and into a fielder's choice in the second. Melton off the rubber briefly. Now ready to work to James. Foul out of play, left side, strike one.
I'll tell you, Andy, going here in the fifth inning, you look back across these playoffs, and I know Crest gave up those 5 runs in game 1 of this series, but what a performance by this Crest pitching staff to really limit the opportunities of the opposing teams they've seen, and they've seen some great baseball teams.
0-1, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 2.
Yeah, really had James off balance there on that one.
Oh, 2 to James. Breaking ball outside. 1-2 count. And the pitch fouled back. He just got a piece of it, James.
Yeah, did a good job to stay alive there.
And the next pitch in there for called strike 3.
I tell you, Andy, Nick Melton is fired up on that pitcher's mound for this Crest baseball team. You talk about senior leadership, and he's certainly providing it.
Brandon Snyder, the batter, grounded out to second. Back in the third. He is the number 9 hitter for the Rockets. Melton's pitch bounces outside, ball 1. One to Snyder. Rounded to short. Cheek scoops it up and throws him out. 4 out, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on after 4.5 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Crest 6 and Alexander Central nothing on the Boss.
Because I believe AC Reynolds, Andy. Chris already took care of Alexander Central one time.
We already got rid of them.
we noticed the AC we have. We've made ourselves a lot of notes here and got to make sure we remember who those are. But I tell you what, folks, don't forget to go and visit S&M Sports Shop. Of course, they provide us with our scorebook here, Mike Grayson owner. You can find them at 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby, North Carolina. It's the athlete's choice. It's S&M Sports Shop. Phone number 704-484-0228.
Not 704-704.
Yeah, my eyes have gotten so bad with some small writing, so I'm trying to figure it out here. But at least we know it's not Alexander Central, and we know 704 will not follow 704.
That is correct.
And also, if you want to go out and find you a car, don't forget to check out Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby, located at 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. It was formerly known as Crossroad 4, so make sure you go over there and check them out as well if you're looking for a vehicle. And again, big thank you to all of these sponsors help making this broadcast possible. Make sure you visit them, let them know how much you appreciate them helping make these broadcasts, put these broadcasts on the air so we can hear about our local young people. We're not going to take a back seat in our area to anybody when it comes to our local athletics.
Bottom of the fifth, 6-0 Chargers. Lawson Harrell, John Kyle Mitchell, and Luke Sism will come to the plate. Dotson's pitch. Low, ball one. Harrell, fielder's choice, scored in the third. That 5-run third for the Chargers. 1-0 on the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Crest 6 runs, 7 Falston Pharmacy base hits, no runs, 2 hits for AC Reynolds.
1-1. Low. 2-1 to Harrell. 2-1 coming. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 2-2. Then it was a nice pitch from Josh Dotson.
It was.
Two. Fouled off as he hangs in there.
Yeah, good job of battling that one.
Two. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down for Crest to bottom of the 5th.
Now for John Kyle Mitchell.
Here's John Kyle Mitchell. Walked and scored in the 3rd inning. Base hit in the 2nd. He is 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored, Rob. Dotson's pitch. Inside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, of course, John Kyle intentionally walked that inning, and Luke Sissom was able to get the hit.
Next pitch rolled foul behind the plate. Oh, and 2. Oh, 2 coming. Foul out of play, right field side. Oh, 2 coming again. Checked his swing, and he went around. 4 out, 2.
2 down now.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Dotson. Luke Sissom, the batter. 1 for 2. Base hit scored in the 3rd inning. Dotson's pitch lined right field. Right fielder comes in. Ball gets away. Sissom headed to second. And we will hold at second base. Center fielder quickly gets over there.
Got to the ball.
Sissom with a 2-out double.
Again, another great hit there by Luke Sissom.
He's 2 for 3 now. C.J. Mayhew comes to the plate.
And Andy, do they pitch to C.J. here after that home run? Or are they going to send him to first? Let's wait and see what the decision may be.
Weaver running for Luke Sissom. And C.J. Mayhew scheduled to come to the plate. 3-run home run in the 3rd. Dotson needed a baseball, apparently, Rob, as the home plate umpire gives it to him. And Mayhew steps in. 2 outs, runner at second. And the pitch is called a strike as a first base umpire said he went around.
And the home crowd not happy with that one at all.
Dotson taking a multitude of time.
Yeah, Mayhew calls for time there, granted by the umpire. Yeah, Dotson definitely has not been in a hurry here these last couple innings on the mound.
Oh, on to Mayhew. Missed. Well, they call that a strike. Umpires need to get to supper, apparently. It's 0-2.
Yeah, definitely. If it touched anything on that plate, it had to be the far side of the black.
0-2 called strike 3 on the outside corner. 4 out, 3. For the Chargers in the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. And after 5 complete on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, it's Crest 6 and AC Reynolds nothing from the boss.
You know, you may be wondering, what's your one-stop shop for your home medical shop? How about checking out Medical Arts Pharmacy? Home medical equipment and supply located at 108 East Grover Street, Shelby. That's 1 block west of the hospital. You can find the pharmacy at 704-487-8068, as well as medical equipment at 704-487-0557. And, of course, located there in Medical Arts is the Hub Cafe. You can always go there and get you something good to eat as well. So a lot of options there at Medical Arts Pharmacy. And also, maybe if you're out looking for a car, don't forget the folks at S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road, Shelby, North Carolina. Their number is 704-487-0570. And you can also find them at www.srautosales.com. Again, thank you to those sponsors helping make baseball possible here tonight.
We got to the 6th, and the Chargers are in front 6-0 over the Rockets on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. For AC Reynolds, top of the 6th, top of the order, Andrew McKay, Bryson Patton, and Cooper Engel. McKay is 0 for 2, struck out swinging and on by an error. Chargers have been able to keep McKay off the bases here tonight. Did get on by that error in the 3rd, Rob, but not having the kind of night he had Wednesday. Pitch is fouled off at the plate, strike 1.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. He was really the table setter for that 5-run performance by AC that night. Crest done a much better job these last couple of games keeping him off the bases.
0-1. A little bit low and outside, 1-1 to McKay.
Top of the 4th inning continues to be New Hanover 1-0 over Terry Sanford in the East.
1-1. Breaking ball in there, and it's 1-2 to McKay.
Of course, the winner of that game will face the winner of this game for the 3A state championship next weekend.
Understand the championship series will either be in Burlington or down at Zebulon. 1-2. Swung on it, missed. Strike 3, 1 down.
1 out now for Bryson Patton.
Of course, we will have you covered for all the action of the state championship game. Crest trying to advance for a 2nd straight year for the 3A baseball championship.
Bryson Patton steps in, 0 for 2. And the pitch, breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 1.
Danny Nick is working quick and ready to go as soon as he gets the ball.
The 0-1 comes in low. 1-1 to Patton. One. Outside corner, strike 2.
Tell you what, Andy, he's caught it on both teams.
Yep.
That's all you can ask for there. I wonder about that one as well, but it was a strike last half inning too.
1-2 on the way. Chopped up the middle. Sheik behind the bag at second. Has it. Throw to first. In time. 2 down.
Yeah, look, I get a little trouble there by Cheek to get the ball out of his glove, but beat him by half a step there.
Cheek's got that great arm. Here's Cooper Engel, 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to first base. 2 outs, nobody on. 6-0 Chargers. Top of the 6th. There's a bunt attempt by Ingle, and the ball stays fair.
I tell you what, if the chalk line was a little bit lower, it would have went foul, but it hit that chalk and just spun barely back.
Infield hit for Cooper Ingle. And that'll bring the cleanup hitter, Josh Dotson, to the plate. 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third and to short. A couple of times that thing looked as for all the world it was going out, but it stayed in fair territory. Throw over to first. Ingle back.
Of course, we mentioned Dotson, a North Carolina signee.
Pitches low, ball 1 to Dotson.
Of course, Carolina making an early exit from the ACC tournament along with Duke and NC State. None of those teams able to hang around for the ACC semifinals.
1-0, fouled back. 1-1.
Of course, the Braves lost their second straight up in Boston today. Score of 8-6. Got up early in that game, but just could not hold on to the lead.
One coming. Dragging ball in there on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. One-two is high, and it's 2-2 to Dotson. 2 outs, a runner at first. Chargers lead it 6-0 in the Western Finals, Game 3, and the deciding game. Melton off the mound, now back up ready to work. And the 2-2. Missed high, just high.
Yeah, I wonder if Dotson able to hold up on that one.
So a full count to Josh Dotson. Payoff coming. Popped up on the infield. Riley Cash gives way to Cheek, the shortstop, and makes the catch on the grass. 4 out 3 after 5.5 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. It's Crest 6 and AC Reynolds nothing from the Boss.
Once again, a big thank you to Renato Auto Mall, our title sponsor of the game here today. Renato GMC, 44223 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. You can reach them at 704-487-6364. They're also online at RenatoAutomall.com. Also, a big thank you to Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Located on the internet at www.tractorsusa.com. Your Toro provider. You can also call them at 704-259-6100. As always, thank you to them as our player to watch in the pregame show. Of course, our player to watch, Andy, was Nick Melton, and what the performance he's had here tonight on the mound for the Chargers.
It has been great.
Again, we know the winner of this game will advance to the 3A State Championship Series, waiting to find out who they will see. It'll either be New Hanover or Terry Sanford. Understand in that game, trying to keep track of that score as well. Last we had in the bottom of the 4th inning now, it's now New Hanover 3, Terry Sanford 0. Of course, this New Hanover team come into the that series, Andy, undefeated, did lose game 2 of the series. I believe they were ranked somewhere in the top 15 in the country. I understand their pitching staff is outstanding. But I tell you, whoever gets there out of the West, not going to roll over for them. They're going to be ready to play. So should be a great series as well for the state championship, regardless of who comes out of the East. But right now, New Hanover with a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning.
Bottom of the 6th for the Chargers, Riley Cash, Wyatt Guntis, and Caleb Plummer. Cash, 1 for 2, base hit in the 2nd inning tonight. Dotson's pitch, ground ball to short. Shortstop McKay charges and throws him out, pitching and out, 1 down.
1 out now for Wyatt Guntis.
Here's Wyatt Guntis, 1 for 2, base hit back in the 2nd. Guntis, the DH, batting for left fielder Michael Green. Dotson's pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Right fielder coming on. And makes
a
great diving catch. That's James out in right field, 2 down.
It looked trouble. It's like it had a chance to drop in no man's land. Good job there by the right fielder to get on his horse and make the play.
So with 2 outs, the number 9 hitter Caleb Plummer comes to the plate, 1 for 2. Base hit in that big 3rd inning for the Chargers. That was a signature inning for the Chargers in this championship game. Breaking ball in there, strike 1 to Plummer. Oh, 1 outside. 1-1 to Plummer. 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball hangs up inside. Plummer ducks down to get away from it. And it's 2-1. Low ball 3. If Caleb gets on, we go to the top of the order, and Riley Cheek would bat. 3-1 from Dotson. Fly ball deep center field. Center fielder going back, and he watches it sail out of here. Home run for Caleb Plummer, and it is 7-0 Chargers.
Tell you what, Andy, what a job there by Caleb Plummer, young man who pitched his heart out last night in Game 2, and now a solo shot here in the 6th inning for Crest to put them ahead 7-0, 9 Foston Pharmacy base hits.
And a nightmare of a night for Josh Dotson, Rob.
Yeah, I tell you what, young man, we mentioned coming in 11-0 on the year, a minuscule .36 ERA coming in tonight, and 7 runs so far by the Chargers in this one.
Here's Riley Cash. Riley Cheek, I should say. Riley Cheek. 1 for 3, doubled in the 4th, on by an error, scored in the 3rd. And there's a hard smash to short.
Nice
McKay
play.
Picks it up, throws to first, and gets him. Outstanding play by McKay to nail Riley Cheek 4, out 3. But the Chargers, 1 run on the home run, no errors and nobody left on. 6 complete on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Chargers 7, the Rockets nothing on the Boss.
Cleveland County's hometown tire store. Of course, you know I'm talking about Okies Tire and Recapping. Locally owned and operated since 1978. You can find them at 800 West Warren Street, Shelby, North Carolina, 28150. By phone at 704-487-7392. Okie Knipe, the owner, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can also find them Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And also, Bill Shuford Heating and Air. Your comfort is our concern. www.billshufordhvac.com. Phone number 704-484-0025. As always, a big thank you to these 2 sponsors helping make baseball possible for you this year. And I tell you, Andy, right now, looking at an AC team down to their last 3 outs. Crest trying to get 3 big outs and advance to the 3A state championship for the 2nd straight year.
And scheduled for the Rockets, top of the 7th, it's Alex Flynn, Jimmy Baumstark, and Jalen Crowder, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters.
Nick Melton still out there on the mound. He's only given up 2 hits to this. Eddie, let's be honest, one heck of a lineup that AC Reynolds brought into these playoffs.
Actually, 3 hits, that bunt single laid down.
I forgot about that one.
So Flynn steps in. He's got 1 of the 3 hits for AC Reynolds. And the pitch is low ball 1 to Flynn. One-0 coming. Fly ball, center field. Mayhew over and under it, 1 out.
Andy, I tell you, going back and looking at some of these stats for this AC Reynolds team, in their 4 losses this year, other than the games against Crest, they had that game they lost against Irwin. They still scored 8 runs in that game. They had the loss to Smoky Mountain, scored 8 in that one, and lost that game to Charlotte Christian and scored 6 in that one. So even the games in defeat, they've put runs on the board.
Jimmy Baumstark, the batter, 1 for 2, base hit in the second. And the breaking ball is a little bit high, ball 1.
Of course, Andy, I believe they'll present the trophies here after tonight's game.
1-0. Grounded deep in the hole. It's short. Cheeks throw to first is thrown away.
Yeah, great job just to get to the ball there, and came out there trying to make a fantastic play, but either way, I think Baumstark was going to reach first regardless.
Yeah, infield hit for Baumstark. And Jalen Crowder comes to the plate 0 for 2. Only the 4th hit for the Rockets. And one of those bunt single.
Enjoyed riding the right side of that white line.
Throw over to first, back safely, Baumstark. Melton comes to the plate, and the pitch is low, ball 1. One-0 to Crowder. Low ball 2. And here comes pitching coach Brandon Powell. I'm sure all he's going to tell Nick is throw strikes, let our defense back you up.
That's exactly right. 7-0 lead here in the 7th inning. The easiest way for AC to get back in this game is to give them base runners. So you definitely want Nick just to go out there and throw in strikes for this Crest team.
And as brief as that conversation was on the mound, that's about what he said.
Absolutely.
Two-0 to Crowder. Line down the left field line. That's a base hit. Green picks it up deep in the corner, gets it back in, but it's a double for Crowder, and the Rockets are still alive. Runner second and third with 1 out for Talon James.
Got to wonder, Andy, are we going to see a pitching change here?
Here comes Coach Hodge to the mound. And it is C.J. Mayhew coming to the plate. It's a Campers in call to the bullpen for the Chargers.
Yeah, Andy, Campers in, family owned since 1966. Memories that will last a lifetime as you get here to summertime and those vacation spots. Make sure you go over and visit the folks at Campers Inn again to really get out there and enjoy the great outdoors that we have to offer. Andy, we talked about CJ has not been seen in this series so far. We know that he brings a lively fastball to the mound, and this season when the Chargers have needed somebody in that closer position, it has been CJ to answer that call. So big opportunity here to close this game out. 1 out, AC Reynolds, 2 runners on base at second and third. See what CJ has to offer as well.
Again, we'll have the Chargers are able to hold on to this 7-run lead. We'll have all the activity for you in the state championship series coming up next weekend right here on The Boss.
Again, that New Hanover team was continuing to lead Terry Sanford 3-0 in that game. Of course, we know the story all year for that New Hanover team has been their excellent pitching staff. Now 25-1 on the year. Did have that defeat last game out against Terry Sanford. Terry Sanford now with a record of 28-4. So both those teams, excellent teams, but we've heard so much about that highly nationally ranked New Hanover team and the pitching staff they had. And they, Andy, I believe coming into the playoffs, had only given up something like 26 runs all year, some kind of ridiculous number like that, averaging about 1 run per game they've been giving up. So great baseball team if they can hold on to win 3-0 right now over Terry Sanford.
A New Hanover team that in some of the national polls has been ranked as high as number 6 in the country.
Absolutely. Of course, talking about national rankings, I believe, Andy, this AC team had climbed up after their win over Crest. Had climbed up as high as 61 in the national rankings. Crest, I believe, was about 112 coming into tonight's game. We've seen Crest climb into the top 100, which says Andy, we talked about, says a lot with all the baseball teams around the country. To find yourself ranked that high nationally, that's pretty impressive.
Mayhew gets his final warm-up toss in, and the batter is Talon James. James tonight 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, strikeout looking. And C.J. Mayhew, the lefty, ready to go. Trying to nail down a victory for the Chargers and put them in the state championship series for the 2nd year in a row.
C.J. calling out his catcher, John Kyle Mitchell, there for a moment for a quick word before they get to work.
Of course, all our sports coverage here on KTC Broadcasting brought to you by Reynolds Auto Mall in Shelby. James steps in, runner second and third with 1 out. And the pitch over, but I guess it was low.
I don't know where that one was.
Ball 1 to James. 1-0. There's a strike with exactly the same place as the last one.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
One to James. I guess that was high, Rob. It was over the plate. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, C.J. checks off his catcher. Now he gets one he likes.
2-1. He went around, tried to check his swing. It's 2-2.
Absolutely.
Mayhew the 2-2. Sails high. And the count is full. 1 out, runner second and third, top of the 7th. 7-0 Chargers. Payoff to James. Hit him. So the bases are loaded as James is hit by a pitch.
Bases loaded, 1 out now for Brandon Snyder.
There's Brandon Snyder, the DH, 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second and to short. And out to try and settle his pitcher down is Mitchell. And now here comes pitching coach Brandon Powell to the mound.
Looks like it's going to be an infield conference. Everybody involved. Again, we know the winner of this game advances to the 3A state championship next weekend. They'll play the winner of New Hanover or Terry Sanford. That game going on right now. New Hanover leading that game 3-0. Game in about the 5th inning. Of course, here we're in the top of the 7th. Crest ahead 7-0 over AC Reynolds. 9 Falston Pharmacy base hits for Crest, 5 for AC Reynolds. Both teams with an error apiece.
Infield conference for the Chargers is over, and Snyder steps in. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 7th. 7-0 Chargers. Mayhew's pitch over, but called low.
Not exactly sure what umpire's wanting it, Andy.
Yeah, that is a narrow strike zone here in the 7th inning. 1-0 coming. There it is, strike one. One to Snyder. Swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 count with one down to Brandon Snyder. Mayhew ready, the 1-2. Swing on a miss, strike three, 2 outs, and the Rockets down to their last out on the season. It's the leadoff hitter, Andrew McKay.
Yeah, again, we know how good McKay was in game 1 of this series. Seen Crest really do a good job of shutting him down game 2 and 3 of the series.
McKay is 0 for 3. He's had a couple of strikeouts swinging and on by an error. Mayhew's pitch. High ball one. I think the adrenaline is really flowing for C.J. Mayhew.
I think so.
One-0 coming. Swung on a miss, strike one. Here's a 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Rockets down to their last strike on the season. Mayhew ready with the 1-2. It's high, gets away, but not far enough for the advancement of the runner from third. Mitchell quickly got back there, Rob, to retrieve it.
Good job by Mitchell to keep that run at third base. Mayhew down to cover the plate, so good job there defensively. Everybody getting where they needed to be. Again, AC down to their last strike.
2-2 count with 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Rockets. Top of the 7th. Mayhew delivers. Swing on and miss, strike three. The Chargers are going to the state championship series, 2nd year in a row. Final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard: Crest 7 and AC Reynolds nothing. And this is playoff baseball from the boss.
Tell you, Andy, we know, and we'll be able to have it here live. Going to be presenting, I believe, the teams with their trophies. Crest, the West champion in 3A. We see the teams out on the field shaking hands right now. Andy, what a great season for these Crest Chargers. Definitely don't want to end now. Want to go fight for that state title. Again, taking a look at that game out east. Right now in the top of the 5th inning, New Hanover still leads Terry Sanford 3-0. Understand, Andy, Kevin Hastings has told us that, as you mentioned, the game will be played at Burling or Zebulon. That'll be determined tomorrow, and the game will either be at 5 or 8 p.m. on Friday. So definitely we'll have you covered with the Chargers as we travel down to see the Chargers make another attempt at a state championship in baseball. I tell you what, Andy, what a performance in these 2 games to win this series 2-3. We see the Crest faithful out there in front of us on their feet. See Athletic Director Jeff Melton out on the field with the trophies. Principal Holly Robinson here at Crest High School. Andy, what a special run we've seen here out of these Chargers.
And what an offensive performance last 2 games of this series. 10 runs last night in Asheville, 7 runs tonight in a shutout win over a good AC Reynolds team.
Andy, you're exactly right. Going back and looking at those stats, the team ERA for this Asheville Reynolds team, 2.09 going into these two games.
So the Chargers will be presented with the Western Champion plaque here momentarily.
Principal Doris Sellers from AC Reynolds, as well as Athletic Director Steve McCurry. And the 2018 West Regional Runner-Up in high school, AC Reynolds.
AC Reynolds receives the runner-up plaque for the West. A great year for the Rockets. They finished 23-5.
Assisting also with the awards will be Principal Holly Robinson and Athletic Director Jeff Melton. And the 2018 Baseball West Regional Champion, Crest High School Chargers.
There you hear the crowd down below us. We see the players, Andy, out on the field. No doubt you'll see pictures of that shot as they're all reaching for the trophy. Once again, a phenomenal season continues here for these Crest Chargers.
Chargers 27-3.
And I tell you, Andy, we talk about what Crest did offensively these last two games, but again, I go back to that performance pitching-wise against this team from AC Reynolds that scored runs. Even in games that they lost, they put plenty of runs on the board. So really excited now about what they were able to do pitching-wise.
Yeah, it was a super performance. Plummer last night, and, of course, Nick Melton and CJ combined for the shutout here tonight.
Let's remind you about all of our great sponsors that we had this year to help make these games possible. A big thank you to Reynolds Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. They can be reached at 704-487-6364. ReynoldsAutomall.com as well online. This year, our player to watch is brought to you by Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. www.tractorsusa.com. They are your Toro provider. You can give them a call at 704-259-6100. Don't forget about Bill Shuford Heating and Air. Your comfort is our concern. www.billshufordhvac.com and 704-484-0025. As always, a big thank you to Medical Arts Pharmacy bringing the scoreboard this year. What about that scoreboard right now? 7-0. The Chargers get the victory over AC Reynolds to advance to the 3A state championship game. Medical Arts Pharmacy. Don't forget about them. Your home medical equipment and supply. 704 East Grover Street, Shelby, North Carolina, 1 block away from the hospital. Our recap of the game, and you'll be hearing that soon, brought to you by Cleveland County's hometown tire store. It's Okies Tire and Recapping. Locally owned and operated since 1978, 800 West Warren Street, Shelby, North Carolina, 28150. Reach them by phone at 704-487-7392. Okie Knipe owner, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. 9 big Foston Pharmacy base hits tonight for the Chargers. Thank you, Foston Pharmacy. And, folks, don't forget it's allergy season, and you want the folks that can help you out to help you feel better. Go see the folks at Foston Pharmacy. See one of their family-friendly pharmacists today, 704-538-3021 and 5011 Foston Road, Foston, North Carolina. Our call to the bullpen, and we've seen it there from the Chargers as they went to C.J. Mayhew to close this out. Our call to the bullpen brought to you by Campers Inn, family-owned since 1966. Memories that last a lifetime, that's Campers Inn. The Stadium Postgame Show, which you find us in right now, brought to you by Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, North Carolina. Our player of the game, and we'll have that soon as well, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road, Shelby, North Carolina, 704-487-0570, or at www.srautosales.com. And our scorebook brought to you by and provided to us by S&M Sports Shop. Big thank you to Mike Grayson over there. That's the athlete's choice. It's S&M Sports Shop for all your athletic needs. And, Andy, I know you're fixing to dive into that scorebook and give us a rundown and the line score of what we saw tonight in the action.
All right, Rob, the line score on tonight's Western Finals Championship game. Crest 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. AC Reynolds no runs, 5 hits, 1 error as Coach Hodge gets the bath at third base tonight. Little ice water bath for Coach Hodge. Well deserved, Rob.
You know, I tell you, that's one of the places that the baseball coaches are at an advantage. A little warmer weather when they get dumped on versus a lot of these football coaches when they catch them early in the wintertime.
Winning pitcher for the Chargers tonight, Nick Melton, and the loser was Josh Dotson, his first loss of the season. He finishes the season at 11-1.
Tell you, Andy, what an incredible performance by this Crest team to come out and put 7 runs on the board against Dotson, who came into this game, as we talked about, just came out 11-0, a .36 ERA coming in tonight's game. And the Chargers, those 7 runs on the board tonight, Andy, they are not only won their way to a state championship round, they emphatically put their way into a championship round. What a conclusion to their traverse through the western part of the state to get to that state championship game.
And, Rob, we've got some special guests that will be joining us for the post-game show momentarily. And they are here now. John Kyle Mitchell, come on in. Congratulations. Going to that.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Going back to the state championship. And
Oh, yeah, it's a dream come true. It's awesome.
I know you guys are ready to get back.
Oh, I'm so excited. 2 years in a row. It's a big blessing for us.
You scored a couple of runs tonight, and the Charger offense would not be denied this evening.
That's right, man. We came out swinging the sticks. We knew Big Boy was on the mound, and we wanted so bad to beat him. That's who we came in this series wanting to face.
And you got the opportunity and really laid it to him.
We did.
His first loss of the year, he came in with a .36 ERA.
Oh my goodness, he's spectacular. I'll give it to him. He's a great pitcher, and not taking nothing away from him. But our boys did our job tonight.
How determined were you guys to get back to the state championship?
We were so determined. Last year, we came up a little short last inning of the last game. This year, we wanted so bad to get back to the same spot and repeat what we did and win it this time.
Talk about your winning pitcher, Nick Melton, tonight.
Oh, Nick. Oh, man, he's one of my best friends. He's definitely went out there with the mindset that he's going to do his job and let our defense and let the hitters do their job. And he knew all he had to do was hit his spots, and we'd make plays for him. That's what we did. I
know you're going to face a real challenge. It looks like it's going to be New Hanover in the state championship series.
I'm excited.
You'll be ready, right?
Yes, sir. I'm ready for whoever.
Okay, John. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
John Kyle Mitchell, one of the stars for the Chargers. Here's Caleb Plummer. Caleb, great job on the mound last night and a couple of big hits tonight. Talk about your performance last night.
You know, Coach Hodge came to me at practice, I guess, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, and told me I was pitching. You know, I was ready. I accepted the challenge.
Yeah, and you really came through with a 4-hitter last night and only 1 earned run, and the bats came alive last night for you.
Yeah, they you know, we had a good practice on Thursday, and we just knew what we had to do on Friday to get back to where we want to be, which is at the state championship.
I know you seniors have been looking forward all year to getting back to the state championship.
We have. You know, we've been out here since January, and some of us in weight training in the fall. We've been working all year for it.
All right, Caleb, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in the state championship.
Thank you.
Caleb Plummer, one of the stars for the Chargers. And here's Nick Melton, the winning pitcher, and a great shutout tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. My defense made the plays behind me. My offense backed me up at the plate. It was just a good overall win. Glad to be going back to the state championship where you need to be.
What turned the offense around for the Chargers in this series?
We didn't really hit it the first game, and then we came back Thursday, worked on our approach, and knew we had to couldn't pop it up, had to hit line drives and ground balls and make them make the play, and that's what we did today and last night, and it worked out for us.
I know you guys knew it would be a great challenge facing Dotson tonight, but a great offensive ball game for you.
Yes, sir. We knew coming in after we lost the first game Wednesday that if we won Friday, we had a tough challenge today, but our team stepped up to them and put 7 runs and 9 hits on them.
Well, congratulations, a great victory, and I know you as a senior have been looking forward to going back to the state championship series.
Yes, sir. After we lost last year, it really motivated us seniors, or our juniors last year, our seniors this year, that's where we needed to be next year. And we worked our tails off all fall, winter, and in practice every day, and now we're back here going back to the state championship.
Well, best of luck in the championship series. Look forward to seeing you down there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Nick Melton, winning pitcher tonight in the Western Championship game. Coach Hodge, congratulations.
Thank you. Unbelievable ball game. Great ball game. Good crowd, so good atmosphere, so can't ask no more of my kids today.
You had the lightning delay. Were you concerned about momentum after you took the lead?
I mean, same deal. It could affect both guys. You having to sit down, and both guys were in the second inning, throwing 2 innings, and you don't know really how much that's going to affect them. But I thought both of them came back out, got loose, felt fine on both ends. So I know Nick said he was good. So I mean, it's just one of those deals you got to deal with. We ain't got no control of the weather, so did a good job with it.
Last 2 games in the series, offense really came alive for you.
One of the things I've been telling my guys, I think we can hit. I think we've been a very good hitting ball club. We've just not put it together consistently throughout the year. Right now, those last 2 games, I can't ask no more out of them. And, we got to carry that into this coming weekend for a state championship, because I think we can do that in every ball game we play. And, as long as, like the guy said, we take the right approach and good discipline at the plate, I think we can do that.
Looks like you'll be facing New Hanover in the state championship series, and that's a team that's been nationally ranked this year.
Right now we're going to enjoy our moment. We'll kind of see what they've got, and we'll go. It's 3 games, same deal. We're going to go and give them our best shot, and never know what happens. Like I said, I'm going to put my kids up against anybody's crowd right now. We're, like I said, these last 2 games we've hit it well. As long as we get good pitching, play good defense, that's all I'm going to ask of them, and enjoy the moment, because to get back there is very hard. People don't realize that, and these kids deserve that.
Yeah, and you have established great baseball tradition in Western North Carolina.
Again, it's more on our kids. I mean, our kids buy in, our kids play. Whenever you play in fall ball, Legion ball, summer ball, showcase ball, high school ball. I mean, and that's pretty much every one of my kids, and they're getting a lot of experience with that. So it's really more of our kids than anything else. I mean, once you get kids that buy in to say this is what I want to do, and you can't beat that. So our program does a good job because our kids do a good job with it.
Well, congratulations again on the Western Championship, and look forward to the state championship series.
All right, thank you.
Coach Steve Hodge, winning coach here tonight as the Chargers move on to the state championship series.
And I tell you, Andy, I think you made a great point then talking to Coach Hodge. What about the program now here at Crest High School? Let's be honest, the games we've covered, Crest has back in the early days, we talked about basketball, David Thompson, and what he did here. You start moving in, and the football program continues to build now with 6 state championships as a football program. But you start looking over these last few years and what Coach Hodge is doing for this baseball program as well. That Crest is going to be in the mix now, Andy, I believe a lot of years. And we talk about, yes, those seniors here tonight, and we know they got a lot of baseball left to play. It's still a pretty young baseball team. When you start looking at other guys, a lot of sophomores out there that are contributing to this team as well, and a very good JV squad as well. So Coach Hodge has done a great job with his program. And like he said, giving credit to the young people on this team. They work hard. I know I've come out here, my daughter being at Crest High School, come out here, you see these young men working all the time. They're applying their craft, wanting to get better at it, and they're seeing it paying off on the baseball field for them.
All right, Rob, time for our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game for the Chargers in this Western Championship game.
I tell you, Andy, we were talking about who we wanted to go with. Who was your choice for the player of the game?
I got to go with Nick Melton.
I agree with you. We made him our player to watch. We talked about that being our Park Farm Service player to watch in the game. And Nick Melton came out tonight and really did a great job on the mound. Once again, another great performance for this Crest pitching staff. I tell you, Andy, if New Hanover holds on, and like we said, they had a 3-0 lead in the 5th inning against Terry Sanford, I'm not convinced we could see a lot of runs scored next weekend because of these 2 pitching staffs, but you're going to see 2 great squads that have a lot of good senior leadership on them as well.
So we'll look forward to the state championship series here on The Boss coming up next weekend.
Right quick, let's give you the Okies Tire and recap of the game. And Crest got on the board early, bottom of the second inning. It was a Wyatt Guntis RBI single, put the Chargers ahead 1-0. And then, Andy, the bottom of the third was the big one for the Chargers. It was a Luke Sissom 2 RBI single to give the Chargers a lead 3-0. And then C.J. Mayhew comes up. It was a 3-run home run. The Chargers were ahead 6-0. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Caleb Plummer with a solo home run, taking us to our final score. We see the Chargers get the victory 7-0 over AC Reynolds and advance to the state 3A championship game.
Series.
Series, yes, series, not just a game. Best of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 coming up down east, and we'll have it for you right here on The Boss.
I tell you, Andy, I'm wearing my KTC Broadcasting shirt, and of course we look down at one sleeve, and it's got the initials of our good friend Dan Greer, who we continue to miss, and was excited about the opportunity of viewing him going into the Hall of Fame this year. But then I look at the right sleeve, and I look at all the state championships we have listed. Andy, it sure would be exciting to add a baseball championship to that sleeve next that we've had a chance to cover for the Chargers.
No doubt about it. Again, our thanks to Kevin Hastings, who really helped us get this thing on the air some way or another tonight.
Absolutely right. Of course, we had the big lightning delay here, but they had the storm over in Cherryville, not the power off at the radio station, but got the word out that you could hear this game online. We appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight with us and a chance to send these Chargers on. We'll find out later where they're going to be at, what time they'll be playing. But one thing about it, Andy, they know for sure they're playing next weekend.
Final score again tonight on the Medical Arts Pharmacy Scoreboard. Chargers 7, the Rockets nothing. Crest Chargers, Western 3A champs, move on to the state championship series in 3A. For Rob Roop, Andy Foster saying so long from the Halliburton Baseball Complex at Crest High. Charger Playoff Baseball, a presentation of KTC Broadcasting.